Hi, I'm Tamara Cinnamon with Sutton Lakefront Realty, and this is your Sutton Scoop. I'm here today with Lara Fitzpatrick from Westwood Cabinets here in town, a local family company. Tell me about what you do with Westwood.
Well, I've been with Westwood for about 7 years now, designing kitchens. And yeah, it's been an amazingly rewarding career. That's
Perfect.
For sure.
So were you in design before?
No, actually, I came straight out of 2 years of design school and focusing on cabinet design.
Oh, excellent. And that kind of runs in the family, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
We don't need to go there, but I do remember hearing that. So I know when I'm acting, when I'm trying to list a house, the kitchens, the ensuite, the bathrooms are the big thing. What kind of tips do you have for a seller that needs a spruce up or, really kind of needs a new kitchen, but maybe the budget isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple of things you can do. One of which is replacing the hardware, or the handles, the knobs, those kinds of things. Another one is to go into some new laminate countertops, and that's of course something that I can really help people with too. Full-on renos, completely gutting the kitchen and starting again, sometimes is out of people's budgets, so we try to offer a few alternatives that way.
So is that something, if I had a seller, we know we need to do something, not quite sure, bang for your buck, is that something you would come in and actually take a look and say, for this amount we can go counters and hardware, and for this amount we could do a full reno?
Sure, absolutely. There are some ideas about refacing. People do come in and say, we just want to reface and do the doors. It gets very, very difficult because of sizes of doors, and a lot of times older kitchens, it's not really lucrative and it's not financially viable to do that. So
interesting, actually, because I know in showing a house to a buyer, a lot of times that's what the buyers say, well, we can just reface. So good to know there's different sizes. So then with the flip side, what should a buyer be looking for if they go into a house and they love the house but they hate the kitchen, or they hate, is there something they should be looking for? What's the tips on that side?
Well, it all depends on how much they are really willing to change up. A lot of times when we have ranges and fridges and things like that in different places that are very, very awkward, there's a lot of companies a lot of clients that I have that come in and say, we've just bought a house, what can we do? Yes. So oftentimes, even before the possession dates and things, they'll ask me to come in so that we can get rolling right away. So
that was going to be a question. I know that Westwood actually did a house for one of our realtors, and over on Burton Road. And I remember when I went in after it had been done, and I think you probably did this. Yeah. I couldn't believe, because it was a 70s house. You kind of have that typical kitchen that you expect, and to walk in and see this kitchen, it was phenomenal. And just the layout was something that I, as a realtor, am not seeing. So that is something then somebody who wanted.
Absolutely.
And then, is there a cost for quote, or how does that work?
Not at all. It's all an non-obligation, where I come in and we brainstorm about some ideas and things like that. And then if they go ahead, then that's absolutely fantastic.
Perfect. So it's not just kitchen. I know we've touched on bathrooms. I believe closet organizers, fireplace.
You betcha. I've done media rooms, laundry rooms, bathrooms, kids rooms. There's anywhere where you can put a cabinet is pretty much where we'll fill the gap.
Perfect. So it sounds like you really are a tool for somebody, who, I guess it's not my profession to build kitchens, like it's not your profession to sell houses, right? Yeah. So what is like the thing that you walk in and it's like, oh, is there like a shutter thing for a certain thing in a kitchen or a certain thing in a bathroom, or is it just second nature to you and you just go in and do your thing?
I normally see the finer details that a lot of people don't see, but appliance placement is a really big one. My biggest beef with that is having the fridge and the stove right next to each other.
That's what I was getting to. Every profession has the thing that drives them crazy. So good to know. Excellent. So I know we can find you online, westwoodcabinets.com.
Yes.
Okay.
It's coming. It's not quite there, but our website is being revamped as we speak.
Perfect. Excellent. And is there a phone number for anybody who's wanting to get a hold of you or get a hold of the company?
You bet. 250-558-1030.
Perfect. Thanks, Lara. I really appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Tamara. Appreciate it.